Questions for student athletes Evan Batty and Dallas Walton, we will dismiss them, and then Coach will continue with the press conference. So, Coach, if you'd like to dismiss
Okay.
real quick.
All right. Well, I thought it was a good opening day for our guys. Get the uniforms on and get some fans in the stands. We did an open scrimmage a couple weeks ago, and I'll get a chance to watch this film, but we've come a long way since then. I think we've shown some improvement, and it's really good to have Dallas obviously back out there. I thought he kind of exerted his will when he came in the game, which was nice to see. But I thought there were some good things by everybody. First half I thought we were much better than we were in the second half. We didn't shoot the ball as well, but I think what we have to get better at is obviously rebounding the ball. We were out rebounded today, I think. I haven't even had a chance to really look at the stats. Was it 47 for them and 43 for us? That's not Colorado basketball. That's unacceptable. But again, you have to credit Pomona-Pitzer for that. But some areas we got to get better at, both rebounding and defensively. And then I think offensively, we'll be a work in progress. We got a lot of weapons on this team. We had 19 assists. We had 13 at halftime. We didn't shoot the ball as well in the second half, and that's part of it. But good starting point for us to use as a benchmark to get better.
Any questions for student athletes?
Dallas, did you hear kind of applause you got when you got into the game? Obviously, you had a good start, and then again when you came out. Did you hear it, and what did that mean for you to kind of hear it from the fans getting back out there?
I did hear it, and it felt good. I mean, just being back out here and being able to play the sport I love, it feels good. And just being able to play alongside my brothers, and it feels good. It really does.
Evan, you scored 9 of the team's first 11 points. I mean, is that something maybe you take a little pride in and something you aspire to do, just be that spark for this team early on in games?
I mean, every night is no designated person on who gets the ball rolling, but just being aggressive, is what we're trying to do. So try to put the ball in the basket. Whoever has the high hand, we go to them. So I always bring the energy for our team, and just try to do whatever I can to help my team the best. So yeah.
For both of you guys, it's been a couple of years since Josh Scott was here. That Colorado had a dominating, post presence. Do you feel like you guys can bring that back and kind of make Colorado big inside again?
Yeah, I mean, essentially we want to play inside out. So if you can get the ball in the basket inside, it makes it easier for your outside game. So that's what we try to emulate every game.
Yeah, one thing our coach tells us is that as a big man, we also got to demand a double team, because then it opens up a lot of opportunities for our guards, and it just makes teams kind of respect our inside-out presence. And so it's something that we're improving on, and something that we got to really focus on and just get better at during the year.
These two guys were 9 for 11 combined. I feel that's pretty good. We'll take that every night. And, one of the things that was different tonight, I'll just interject real quick because I'm thinking about it, but, we played a lot of guys, and, there was no real flow to our substitution pattern, especially in that first half. It was kind of almost pre-scripted. So we've got to get our rotation down, and that's part of my job. But, the players kind of dictate that and help me dictate it. So what we're looking for is separation. I think we've had some separation. Obviously, if these guys go 9 for 11, they're going to play a lot of minutes for us. But we've got a lot of weapons on this team, so it's like Evan said, it's going to be a different guy every night.
How do you feel out there, rust and also injury, in terms of getting movement back, getting your skills back?
Usually when I'm out there, I really don't try and think about it. But tonight I felt good, and just making sure that whenever I'm making moves, just making sure I'm playing on balance, and so that there's power behind my moves, and just making sure I'm doing all right out there. But it felt good. It did feel good.
I saw you instructing Maddox on some things.
Yeah, just his closeout. We have certain principles. When you close out to the ball, and he was doing it wrong. He was doing the wrong hand up. So it's things that carry over to further success down the road. It's not for this game. I mean, he can get away with it in this game because but it's things that down the road in the tournament or in the Pac-12 tournament or whatever it is, if we close out with the wrong hand and invite middle drive, then teams are going to take advantage of that. So I just things that just little things that can go a long way for sure.
Anything else from the players? All right, guys, we'll continue with Coach Boyle. You guys.
Tad, I'll ask you the same thing I asked these guys about post-presence. You haven't had that
No.
dominance since
Right.
Josh was here.
Right.
Can these guys be that?
Absolutely they can. I mean, Dallas has proven that, he can do it. It's good to have him back. Evan, we know how good he is on the post. Lucas's post game has really gotten better. Tyler is a guy that can catch the ball down there and operate. I thought he got sped up a little bit today. Tyler did, but he's a good low post. So we've got multiple weapons in that low post, and we got to, based on matchups and who's guarding who on a particular night, gives me a lot of versatility as a coach to see who are we going to post up, and I thought all of our guys are capable. And Josh was certainly good down. He was a guy you could throw the ball to, and he demanded a double team. I think Evan's a great passer. Dallas is a good passer. Lucas has become a much better passer. Tyler has become a much better passer. So when your post guys can score and pass it, it makes it really, really difficult.
Eli got the start at the 2-guard. What have you seen out of him that you went with him for this one?
All based on defense. He's the guy that guards the ball, probably the best of those 4 guys. And again, that's something I'm looking at. Everybody brings a little something different to the table, and it might be a different guy each night. But it's going to be. I'm not going to play 11 guys in the first half against Arizona State. Just not going to. It's just too difficult to get guys in rhythm. Obviously, McKinley's going to play more minutes than he played tonight, or Deshaun is, and we spread the minutes around tonight by design. But I've got to shorten that rotation a little bit, and guys are going to have to understand that. And I've got some difficult decisions to make when it comes to that, and because there's going to be a couple guys that aren't playing or aren't in the rotation that are good, capable players, and it's important that they keep their head up and understand this is a long season.
Saw Dalen with a steal and a dunk in the first half, kind of flashing back to the Pac-12 tournament where we saw that a lot. As much as he's progressed, just as a guy who can score the ball, drive hard to the net, what areas have you seen him grow defensively, just being that kind of pesky guy?
Well, that's the key. Dalen, he's got the ability to get steals. When he's in the passing lane, he's got good anticipation skills. He's long, he's athletic, and anytime we can get him in transition, or in that case, he gets himself in transition because he gets a steal. That's a good thing. I think his biggest challenge is getting better on the ball, guarding the ball defensively, and getting through screens defensively. And Dalen brings something to the table that Eli maybe doesn't bring, and Eli brings something that Dalen doesn't bring, and Shane and Max bring something. Those guys are very capable three-point shooters. We know that. Need to see that consistently from them. But, if we can get those other 3 guys, when I mean that as Dalen and Maddox and Shane, to be guarding the ball like Eli does, we'll be a better team because of it.
You found it hard to create a rotation this year with all this depth?
It is very difficult because there's not separation amongst those 4 guys. I mentioned Eli, Dalen, Maddox, and Shane. There hasn't been separation in the first 20-some practices. Some good, some bad, some good days, bad days. But there's no, Deshaun has separated himself. McKinley separated himself. Evans separated himself. Dallas really, I think today helped separate him. So you look for separation, and when there's separation, it's pretty easy as a coach. When there's not separation, it makes it very difficult, and there's not consistency, it makes it very difficult. So that's the part that's going to happen, and it's going to, it may take a little bit more time. But right now, if we played today, I'd have some difficult decisions to make because there has not been that separation.
Do you find that a good problem to have because you know that they're all capable?
Absolutely, it's a good problem to have. It is. It's going to be a bad problem for the guy that doesn't make it in that rotation. But again, that might happen first 2 weeks in November, but that can switch. And that's why our practices are going to mean something. It's important as a coach that I don't just get into okay, here's the rotation, November the 9th, but on November 19th, it could be different. And I want those guys, the starters, to feel heat on them every day. We had a great practice yesterday morning. I could tell we were close to game time, because of our energy at practice yesterday morning. We had a very competitive practice. And so we need to have that, because iron sharpens iron, and that'll make us better as we progress through the season. So we obviously have to get better game to game, but I want to get better practice to practice. And we've got a team that's built for that if they'll come every day with that kind of competitive attitude.
How often do you get to see Jack play, and how did it feel to go ahead and play him?
Not often enough. Any game, their games are streamed, on the internet, so I watch every one that I can. My wife and I have a little table at home. We get the computer out, and but in person, I don't get a chance to see him play a lot. It was special to do that. Once the game gets going, I tried not to concentrate on it too much, but I'll watch the film, and I'll be watching him just like I'm watching our team, and but it was a special day for our family.
Was there any smack talk leading up to it?
No, there was no smack talk. I did tell the team beforehand. I said when he scores, I've instructed him to talk a little trash on you, and if he didn't, I would. But I passed on that. But I was really happy for Jack and all of his teammates. It's for those guys. They practice every day just like we do. They work hard, and I'll tell you what, academically they work harder than we do. Our team does. I mean, not that our guys slide, but those kids in those Pomona-Pitzer uniforms are special. They're special young men. They're really bright. They're really smart. They're well-rounded. They're hardworking, and got a lot of respect for them and Coach Katz and the program that he has.
You mentioned in Dallas, you used the phrase exerting his will on the court. 9 points in 10 minutes. Could you dive a little deeper into just what you saw from him today?
Yeah, just Dallas just has a knack for making shots. He's got a great touch for a big guy. He went 7 for 7 from the field as a redshirt freshman against DeAndre Ayton in this building, and that was the kind of the guy that we saw here. Now, DeAndre Ayton wasn't on the other team tonight, but he just has a knack for making shots. He took 1 3 and knocked it down, and he's a skilled big that played with confidence, and that's the biggest thing I wanted to see is how is Dallas going to come out and play mentally tonight. And I thought his mental state was really, really good today. Now, need to see that in practice. And he's been bothered by a little hamstring issue, but his knee is sound, and he's just learning to trust it again. But I thought he was terrific, and really a good thing to see as we get ready to head over to China.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you.
All right.